Alright, you crazy cats and dogs and everybody out there on Vapors TV. We love Vapors TV around here. We're going to do this as a PSA announcement. Just because everybody else is doing it, so why can't I do it? Now, that's good stuff. Just got done doing some review videos there for espvapes.com. And tasty stuff, people. You should go check it out. It's not going to break your bank either. It may be a low price, but it is not a cheap juice. I'm going to tell you that right now. Now, some fool out there, and I don't know if the video is fake or not, it looks kind of half and half to me. Okay? Now, I understand when your mod explodes, and it's got a weak point, and your mod shouldn't explode, by the way. Just, you know. But we'll go over what supposedly happened. I have here my Nemesis. It has a regular top cap on it, right? Regular top cap. You screw your Addy on, and in the center in there is your adjustable 510 pin connection. Well, some mods don't come that way. They are hybrids. What does a hybrid do? What a hybrid does, and we're going to use the sub-tank. Why are we going to use the sub-tank? Because I can, okay? I haven't even tried this yet. I'm going to try it right here, right now. Now, my hybrid top cap, you screw this bad boy on right here. And what you really want to do is make sure that whatever Addy or tank you are putting on has a 510 pin that juts out. And as you can tell, mine just barely does. And this is actually a customized. See, it's a screw. That's not really custom. That's just some garbage, right? Anywho, that's how it's working for me. On the 25mm sub tank, though, it has that spring-loaded 510 pin, so you should be able to actually hybrid that pretty easy. However, my SIG was messing up one day with this, and they were not getting along, and it fired it at way too high, and I had to pull that out and replace it with something solid. That being said, back to this. Now, with that installed, this is how most hybrid kits come. And yes, this is a 25mm device on a, will be on a 22mm Nemesis. Alright? Now how this works is, now the positive pin inside the device goes directly to the battery. I don't even know if this is going to work. I didn't try it yet. Alright? I didn't try it yet at all. And when I push the button, if it ain't right, I'm going to know it. And it works beautifully. Of course it does. I know what I'm doing. Now, yeah, that's the problem with this one. It didn't come out with it. It stayed in there. Come out and play. Come out and play. Why would you do that? I don't know. Anywho. Now, what I was going to show on here is that you ain't even going to come out, are you? You might come out. I'm just using a pen to unscrew it. There we go. We got it out. Alright? We got it out. Now, some of these kits, like mine, if you have an Addy or a tank that the center pin does not jut out or is spring-loaded and will actually compress farther down than those threads are. You can see mine just barely juts out, but it's solid, so it's not going anywhere. You can't push mine in, alright? But it just barely juts out, and some people would consider that too close for comfort, which is why they come out with things like this. My Nemi kit came like this. You get the threaded piece, and then you get another piece. And what this does is there's two pieces in there, and it makes the center pin of your 510 stick out, and also insulates the negative. And then you just turn this little screw and adjust it so it touches. That little pin right there is now what's touching my 510. And you say, well, why? Why would you do that? Well, because now this makes for a smaller package, because this was the top cap. And you see how much thicker that is? This is where your device would be sitting. An extra, oh, what is that? An extra inch and a half? An extra inch and a half above your device. Well, with this, it just screws right onto the top, just like that. Now you don't have that extra bit right there. That would make it even longer. Okay? It makes it a smaller package. And of course, I gotta unscrew my switch in order to use this. But now we tighten it up, and we tighten up the switch, and now you have it in just a slightly smaller package. Inch and a half is an inch and a half, man. If you can cut an inch and a half off, go ahead. Very nice, very nice. That's the ins and out of my hybrid top cap, at least. I made sure when I purchased mine that it came with all those bits. Oh, I unscrewed it from the top. Aha. That happens to me sometimes. I mess up. Whatever. Pop out. Now, if you have a center pin on there that doesn't jut out and you want to run it in hybrid mode like that, I would suggest not doing it like that. If you can find a hybrid kit, and I found mine on eBay a long time ago, check back in my videos and you'll see it, okay? But if you can find a hybrid kit like this that has a center pin adjustment, that will insulate you from grounding your battery out on there. Okay? Y'all understand? Y'all understand? So if you saw all that news and whatnot about some guy's mod exploding, the theory. Explain the theory? I can explain the theory. The theory is that when he pushed the button and that center pin, because out here is the ground and inside is where your positive hits for the battery. Well, if that's too far in there, you see how big the positive is on just this battery? It covers this whole area. I mean, it's big, alright? So if you don't have one that juts out to isolate that positive, you're going to arc out between the positive and the ground when you hit that fire button. Okay? Yeah, I know. I got janky tape on my battery because I'm a janky guy. I do have some wrap coming. I can't wait for it to arrive so I can do up my batteries properly. But as of the moment, I have been using my batteries in my protected mod, and I don't have to worry about it. I am a little leery on putting it in this, but it is what it is. I'm not the safest guy in the world, but I'm just telling you what you need to know if you're wondering about that story, okay? So if you're wondering about that story, that's what it's all about. He arced out his battery, and it vented. And it vented violently according to the news, okay? Yeah, you can't do that. according to the news. I don't know. I'm not so sure that all that was from a battery venting. The tube mod in question, I believe, is said to be a 4.9. And to say inadequate venting would be an understatement, I guess. I have vented a battery on my charger, and it went psst, and that was the end of the battery. And it was just a dud after that. I've vented energizers. I've charged energizer batteries on my chargers. You can only do it a couple of times. After that, they go psst and have a nuclear meltdown. Nothing that violent, but they just kind of vent. Well, it's the same theory if you put a firecracker in the palm of your hand, okay, and you light it, and it goes pow, and yeah, it stings a little bit, and it may surprise you, and you might have a couple little singe marks in here. Now you take that same firecracker and you wrap it up as tight as you can, and you let it off, you will not have any fingers left. You understand now? You understand how that happens? How a tube mod could blow up? No adequate venting. The expansion's got nowhere to go. And it is a very quick psst, okay? It is. It's a very quick psst. And it's a good amount of pressure there. Open hand, firecracker, singe marks, surprise. Okay? Closed hand, firecracker, no more fingers. Understand? Bro fist. Alright. You all have fun now. Because I know I will. I'm going to go vape some lovely juices and hang out with the wife.